Hey everyone, did you miss me? It's been like a month since I last did a video, and I apologize. I was having problems with my account at first and it wasn't letting me log on. I was gonna do like a video when I started my preceptorship that week, but for some reason it wasn't letting me log into my account, and so I don't know, it let me log in today, thankfully. So I figured I would take this time to make you a video. I just got home from school. We took a comp predictor today, which basically it's an ATI program, and you take it and it basically tells you your percentage of passing the NCLEX on the first try. So it asks you 180 questions and you answer them, and based on your answers and your grade, it calculates your percentage of passing the NCLEX on the first try. So I got an 89%, which is really good because we're supposed to study for this, and with everything going on, preceptorship and everything, I didn't have time. So getting an 89% for not studying really at all, I think is really good. I also think of that as a good baseline to base my nerves on, because it's the NCLEX. I mean, let's face it, everyone is nervous when it comes to the NCLEX. I don't know what other places had, but like in Florida, going through school, we had the FCAT, and you had to pass the FCAT in order to pass some grades. So it's kind of like that. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and so to be able to get that 89 and not have studied, I think is a huge accomplishment for myself. I mean, it shows me where I truly stand right now. It gives me a lot of confidence in being able to go and take that NCLEX because, like I said, I was extremely nervous. I was excited, but I was also very, very nervous. I was beginning to doubt myself, doubt my abilities on passing. I mean, just typical feelings that you go through with nursing school, with NCLEX, anything. And you have to know that those feelings are valid, and you have to understand that it's okay to have those feelings, but to not let it get the best of you, to not let it get in your head and mess with your thoughts. So getting this 89 was really good. In order to get out of our program at my school, we can go and we can go to the pinning ceremony and everything. But in order to actually get out of the program and for them to release our names to the NCLEX, we have to get a 95%. And we take it now, and then we can take it again. They make us take it again in week 10. We're in week 8 right now. So yay, week 8, almost done. But so I'm gonna take it again in week 10. I will study. I've shown in other videos that ATI gives you that focused review. I was not able to print that out yet. I am going to print that out, and I'm going to study based on that. I'm pretty sure I made a video like 3 videos ago that was how I study for ATI and finals and stuff like that, I think. And I basically am going to go to the corresponding book that it tells me for the questions I got wrong and look up those information and study that, and really that's going to be my focus for when I go to take the next NCLEX. I also will probably, for Comp Predictor studying we're talking here, I will also probably be using that app I've showed you guys. I'll show you again. Here's my phone. Let me exit out so that you can see it. It's this app here. It's the RN Mentor app. It looks like this when you go. It's free, but how I studied would be to customize quiz, and then I studied by NCLEX area for this, and it just gives you, you can pick the sections. I just left them all. I left them at 50 questions, and I did 50 question quizzes at a time. I was only able to do 1 or 2 of those in preparation for this the night before, but again, that was just because my schedule has been so crazy. However, starting Saturday, tomorrow, it will substantially calm down in a sense, and yet it still will be busy. But anyhow, that was today. So what's been going on? I've started preceptorship. I have 1 preceptorship clinical experience left. I'm pulling out my handy dandy calendar to keep myself straight here because it's been a while, and I apologize. I'm doing well in my classes. Really all that's changed is I'm done with actual clinical. Clinical and preceptorship are two different things. Clinical is more we're helping the nurses, we're learning the processes and stuff. Preceptorship is you're following a nurse, however, after your first day, you begin to take on that workload. So then you're responsible for however many patients. My first day, my nurse, you're supposed to be responsible for one, but I asked her if she would mind if I was responsible for 3 of them, just because I wanted that experience of figuring out organization, time management, getting the feel for that. So she gave me 3. She said, yes, I feel confident in you. I think you'll be okay. If it becomes too much, we'll back it down. So my first day, I just followed her around. My second day, I was given 3 patients that were my patients. So that meant that I had to do assessments on them. I had to give them their medications. I had to do any wound changes, dressing changes, drainage changes that there might have been. I gave all medications. I did all of their vitals. I did them because the floor I was working on is short CNAs, and rather than having her, I just told her, I said, you know what, because I want to get this experience for right now, I'm going to go ahead and get my patient vitals. And I told her who my patients were, and she said, okay, thank you. So if they needed anything, I did that. I helped them, I charted in the chart for them. The only thing I really did not do, there are some things within preceptorship that we as students are not allowed to do, and that was like dealing with blood products. So if a patient needed blood, my nurse would step in and she would do that. But really, even at that, I could do everything product-wise, as spiking the bags, priming the tubing, everything. I just couldn't hit the start button on the pumps. I could program the pumps. So I still got a lot of that hands-on experience, and it was really good. It helped show me what it actually is to be the nurse rather than just being there as an aide, kind of. Because in clinical, it feels like you're an aide rather than being a nurse. You don't feel like you're doing nurse duties. So it was a really good experience. So that was my second day. I had 3 patients. My third day, I had 4. My fourth day, I had 5. Actually, I did 6, but we had one discharged, so she did the discharge report because it was to an ALF, and I can't give phone orders or give phone reports, so she did that, but I did all the care. My nurse has been very, very good. I've loved her. She's been really good with me. If there's something that she felt confident I could do, she was like, you go ahead and do it. If there's something that I don't think you're confident, or I don't feel confident in letting you do under my name, I'll let you know. But for the most part, I was the one telling her, like, I want to do this, but because of my school, I'm not allowed to do whatever the procedure was. But for the most part, I did a lot of it. I gave meds, I charted, I did their assessments, I did whatever needed to be. She was there to help me if there was a process that I wasn't sure on, or if I'd never done before. Like, I had never really, in my experience through the school, had a lot of interaction with colostomy bags. I had seen one, and we walked through the process of changing one, but in checkoffs we really didn't even have to do it, like simulate it. So I really wasn't confident in doing a colostomy, and one of my patients had it, and she's like, well, I'll let you do it. I'll walk through the process with you. So that was very helpful, and being able to do that under somebody, not totally on my own, that was also very calming. I really have enjoyed preceptorship. I have one more preceptorship tomorrow. And it'll be kind of weird because my original nurse, which is why I've been so crazy, she was dropping down to PRN status. So I had to fit 4 shifts into a 2-week period. And I couldn't do those on days I had clinical, simulation lab, or classes. and we have exams every Friday, class every Thursday, so that took out those 2 days. Plus, I have clinical every Monday, so I really just had Tuesday and Wednesday to work with, and one of those weeks I had a Tuesday simulation lab. So I was working all weekend, going to school all week. I literally was going straight for the past 14 days. I had 1 day to study for our exams. I don't know how I passed those exams because I was really expecting to do worse. But I didn't. I passed them and I was very thankful. So I finally it's starting to slow down. I'm done with clinical and simulation now. I have one more preceptorship tomorrow. And then from here, the last 2 weeks, I have class, exams Friday, and then class Thursday, exams Friday, and finals on Monday. So I'm almost done. 18 days left. So yes, I mean, preceptorship has been a really good experience. It has taught me how to put the whole picture together rather than looking at each individual body system, but seeing how all of them kind of work together. In class, we've learned, this is pneumothorax, this is congestive heart failure, this is X, Y, and Z, COPD, asthma, whatever. But actually seeing patients who have congestive heart failure and COPD, or asthma and COPD together, and how those medications begin to interact with each other, how you put the whole picture together to care for that patient. It's been very, very beneficial, even in helping me think through processes. I think for like the ATI, when I had to do the ATI comp today, I understood the processes better, so I was able to rationalize through the answers on what I thought was appropriate or not. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's anything else to talk about, but I also feel like I've done a lot, and so it just is kind of all lumped together and very similar to each other. So tomorrow, Saturday, I have my last preceptorship. I've said that. Next week on Wednesday, we actually get to go and sign up for the NCLEX application, and our teacher's going to meet with us so we can all apply together, because she said people have questions and they do things wrong and then it pushes them back and makes it later. So my goal is to ultimately take the NCLEX as soon as possible, get it done, get it out of the way, not wait. I've heard that that's the best approach because people think, oh no, I'm going to study, take my time, and then they just end up doing worse. They push it off and push it off. So my goal is, as soon as I'm available, pick a day to sit for it and sit for it. I would love to have it done before our pinning ceremony in October. So I'm going to have application on Wednesday. We have class Thursday, exams Friday. So I'm going to be studying for those a lot this week. And then I'm going to be doing another video. Again, I'm sorry that it's been a month since the last video. It won't be a month again. I've had 3 different requests, one for like my clinical must-haves, one for my top 10 nursing must-haves, one for like supplemental books and texts and things that I've used. I'm going to do one video on that probably next week because I'm getting pictures taken, and so I'll have all of my textbooks pulled out that I've been saving for the pictures, and I'll be able to go through and be like, okay, this is a supplemental book that I bought that was super helpful, or this is, whatever. So I'll have all of that material out to work with to do that, because right now I have some from earlier classes in a tub that I really haven't used in a while, so I'll have all of that brought back out, my pharmacology books and stuff that I put away, and I'll be able to share that with you guys. So be looking for one of those videos next week. My goal is to do it next weekend. Yes, next weekend I'll be done with preceptorship, I'll be done with our exams, and I'll be able to do that video for you. And I'll give you an update as well, tell you what's been going on, what my plans are. But I just wanted to update you and kind of tell you what preceptorship and comp predictor, and those are the 2 big things that have really happened. I have been super busy. I'm so thankful that it's almost the end of the quarter. I'm glad that preceptorship is done. I'm glad that the class is ending. because then that means that it's closer to the time that I get to actually go out there and do this and put it all together and fully grasp that concept. So I'm just very excited. I am nervous at the same time. It's a huge, new chapter in the book, per se, but I know it's going to be great. It's going to be scary, but it's going to be great as well. And I just got to keep that perspective. One day at a time, 1 hour at a time if need be. For those of you who are going through it now, who are just maybe starting classes, I know a lot of schools are just starting their schooling. You can do it. Take it one day at a time. Know that it is okay to cry when you're stressed. You're not the only one who does it. And if you ever need support or you need encouragement, this is a free, safe environment for you to go to. I'm sure others would be willing to comment of their stresses or how they cope. I'm more than happy to share some ways I cope with it. So if you're feeling stressed out, just know that it's okay. It gets better eventually. It's okay to cry. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're not able to handle nursing school. If I told you the number of times I cried, you would run out of notebook paper to make tally marks on. It happens. It's very stressful. It's a very hard program, and it's not meant for everyone. But the fact that you're doing it and you're doing this program, that just shows how much to your character and how much determination you have. And when you get to the end and you walk across that stage, I know that it's going to pay off and it's going to be so worth it, and you're going to be so proud of yourself, and I'm going to be so proud of you. I may not even know you, but I will be proud of you. So just know that stress everyone goes through, and sometimes you just gotta take it an hour at a time, one assignment at a time. Just keep yourself organized. That I found has helped a lot with stress and staying focused. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Message them in the comments of the video here or somewhere else. Thumbs up this video if you liked it, if you miss seeing my face. And if you have any other ideas for videos and stuff, please let me know. I'm really, 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 really going to try to start getting more regularly videos up, especially as I begin my new nursing program, my nursing career. I'm going to be doing updates on how it's going for those of you who maybe are going to be graduate nurses as well, or very soon going to be graduate nurses. Maybe of things that I thought like, oh, I wish I'd paid more attention to this, or I wish I learned this topic more because it plays in so many parts and stuff like that. So I am going to continue to do videos as well. I'm going to go on to get my bachelor's degree, and I'm going to give myself a 3 to 4 months off before I go back in, probably in January, I'm thinking. But I want to get in a hospital in a position and then start. I don't want to be doing both at the same time. So there will be plenty more content and videos, and I'm willing to answer any and all questions ever. There's no stupid questions, so if you have a question, ask. But that's all for now. I feel bad because it's been so busy and I feel like I really haven't shared that much with you, but I'm also just very exhausted right now and I can't think. So I will be making a video, like I said, next week with one of those topics that people have been giving me. So be looking for that. Until then, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up this video, and I will see you in a week.